Hello friends, greetings again from Mount Angel. Hey, we have a new icon in our sacristy that I want to share with you today, written by our confrere, Brother Claude. It's an icon of the agony in the garden, inspired by chapter 22 of Luke's Gospel. Luke's Gospel is the only Gospel that has an angel present during Jesus' agony in the garden. The text says that the angel is there to strengthen Jesus. As you can see, the design of the icon is striking. Probably first of all, just for the colors, the intensity of the red and the blue. And then there are all these various shades of green, even a kind of green tint to the moonlight. You see the moon too, that's a big part of the design. The Passover moon shining bright through the clouds, which is to say that the whole cosmos is watching this scene. We had the idea to put an icon of the agony in the garden in the sacristy for this reason. Of course, the sacristy is where the priests and deacons and other ministers vest for the Eucharist, which is a memorial of the Lord's sacrifice on Calvary. And there is a sense in which the Garden of Olives, where the Lord had his agony, was the sacristy for the Lord's sacrifice on Calvary. It was in the garden that the Lord carefully prepared himself for the sacrifice he was to offer. You could even say that in the agony, the sacrifice was already underway. The red, the striking red in which the Lord is vested, red in icons is a sign of his humanity, but even more so, it's a sign of the blood that he is about to shed on the cross. And it's in Luke's Gospel, and only in Luke's Gospel, that we have another detail that the Lord, as he was praying in the garden, began to grow more and more intense in his prayer and began to sweat drops of blood. So this red can remind us of all of that blood shed for us. And the blue of the garment that the angel is holding, it's unclear whether the angel is taking the blue off of Jesus or placing it over him. That it actually is both. That's a sort of paradox of the icon. Blue represents the color of the Lord's divinity, and so you could say that he is divesting himself of his divinity and going to the cross. Paul says that in chapter 2 of the letter to the Philippians, that being in the form of God, he emptied himself and took the form of a slave. So this is him taking off his divinity in a sense, emptying himself of that. At the same time, if the angel is clothing him with this blue garment, it's a way of showing that in the cross, God shows his divine power in weakness. In any case, Jesus on the cross is a new revelation of the divinity of God. So when we hung this icon just a few weeks ago here in the monastery, I gave a conference to the monks, and I told them that I'm hoping that this icon can help us to realize that the sacristy itself is already a very sacred place. In the same way that in the Garden of Gethsemane, the Mount of Olives, Jesus was preparing for his sacrifice. When we're in our sacristy, vesting ourselves, we are preparing ourselves also to offer this sacrifice together with the Lord. And so it requires from us the utmost respect and devotion and silence. I hope this meditation on the Lord's Passion can be a blessing for all of you. Greetings from us here at Mount Angel, where we pray for you every day.
Sanguinis que preciosi, quem in mundi precium. status nobis natus ex intacta Virgine, et in mundo conversatus sparso verbi semine, sui moras incolatus miro clausit ordine, in supreme nocte genere recumbens cum fratrimus, observata lege plene, civis in legalibus, cibum turbe duogenes, seda suis manibus. Verum caro panem verum, verbo panem efficit, vitque sanguis Christi merum, et si sensus deficit, ad firmandum cors in celum, sola fide sufficit. Tantum ergo sacramentum veneremur celui, et antiquum documentum pro vocedat ritui, prestet fides supplementum sensum defectui. Genitori genitoque, auser jubilatio, salus